Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will go through my step-by-step plan as an example of how to retire after 10 years just by investing in one great stock. As many of you know, I have started a series that will show you how I analyze a company in 10 steps. That analysis made my decision to go all in on Tesla a no-brainer. So, it will be no surprise to anyone that the stock we will be using today is the same one. Therefore, here is my plan and my calculation that shows you how to retire with Tesla stock in just 10 years. Keep in mind that this will be a spreadsheet heavy video. So if you're a geek like me and like to play around with numbers, then this one is for you. I will leave a link in the description so that you can download the model and tweak it with your own assumptions and get your own numbers. But before we start, I just want to make a couple of things clear. First, this is not financial advice. This is my plan for my early retirement. Second, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button so more people can see it. These are not my Tesla stock projections for the following years. If you are interested about my real numbers, leave a comment down below and I will make a video about that. For this scenario, I took my bear case into consideration, also took Apple's average yearly return for the last 10 years, cut everything even more, and that is how I reached the projection of 20% year-over-year growth. In reality, if this should be how things are in the next decade, it is my opinion that everything that could have gone bad with Tesla has, and then some. But I wanted to take this approach so that I can reach a broader audience, not only Tesla bulls and hyper bulls, but also value investing minded persons and even skeptics. But everything can be adjusted in the spreadsheet, so I will leave you the pleasure of bringing it more closer to reality. And if you do that, please leave a comment telling me your number of shares needed for 2030. Okay, enough fluff, let's get into it. This model starts with a couple of variables, aka assumptions. First of all is the Tesla price at this moment in time, and right now it's around $1,100 US. Of course, you can adjust this value based on what the price is when you start modeling your own scenario. Second, the fact that Tesla will grow 20% in the first 10 years, 10% in the next 10 years, and then 5% in the last 10 years of this model. Third, the tax rate where you live is 15%. Of course, this can be adjusted. Fourth, inflation will keep a steady 2% per year starting with 2030 and going forward. Fifth, your preferred budget will be $60,000 US per year, of course adjusted for inflation. And sixth, you don't have any shares when you start this plan. Again, everything in this blue square can be modified and the calculations will adjust accordingly. For example, if let's say you have 200 shares of Tesla, then everything will look completely different. But I will assume that you don't have any Tesla shares at this point, so we can start it with a clean slate. The calculation goes as follows. We will start with 0 shares of Tesla and then focus on getting by 2031 to a number of shares that allow us to live 20 years without any issue with 60K a year. And by the end of this model, if we end up with something extra, then that's just a win. Therefore, for us to be able to do this, in my calculation, I ended up with us needing 120 shares in 2031 so that we can start selling each year the needed amount with the end goal of having something in the account in 2051. I will take you through this step by step, don't worry. In order to reach our goal of 120 shares by 2031, that means we need to buy on average 12 shares a year. That means 1 Tesla share per month. I will focus on buying as much as possible in the first years when the price is cheap, and then buy less and less until I reach my goal in 2031. But to make calculations easier, I just distributed 1 share per month for the next 10 years will allow us to reach our goal in 2031. When it comes to the stock price, we will start with 1100, which is the current price of the Tesla stock, and then each year we will add 20% to the previous value. If we continue to do that, we will end up in 2031 with the price of almost $7,000. Again, this is far from where I believe Tesla will be. For me, $7,000 in 2031 is a train wreck scenario, not a bear case scenario. But we will go with this number just to keep things simple and comfortable for everyone that is not a Tesla bull. After we reached our goal, we then start selling based on our expected income. In this column, we will see an NITI. This is what I call our needed income with taxes and inflation. So if we start at the $60,000 mark, we add 15% taxes. That will take us to $69,000 US. On top of that, each year we will start from that value and add 2% inflation year over year, which will take us to a whopping 100K plus in the last year. But because we assume that Tesla will grow 10% each year for 10 years and then 5% for the next 10, the fact that the amount grows with 2% each year is easily covered by the growth of the stock. Therefore, initially, in the first year of retirement, we will need to sell 10 shares, then 9, then 8, and so on and so forth, until for the last 4 years of our retirement, we will sell 4 shares each year. By the end of our retirement plan, in 2051, we will still have 1 Tesla share worth around $30,000. In order to retire in 2031 with 60K per year for the next 20 years, all you need to do is make sure that by then you will have 120 Tesla shares in your account. After that, you need to follow this plan to a T and withdraw only what is needed according to your plan, adjusted for inflation, and enough to cover your tax. Of course, everything in this spreadsheet is tweakable, so make sure you turn all the knobs so that you will end up with your perfect scenario and then go towards that. As said earlier, this is not financial advice, always do your own research, but if you like this content and you want to see more, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on other videos like this and many more. That being said, I want to take this opportunity to wish all of you a happy new year, kind regards, and see you in the next one.